everybody. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff. All the fun, happy things that are getting ready to come up, dinners with our families and all the other stuff, presents, all that. I had a couple of things I wanted to go over, and I'm going to make this shorter. YouTube actually has a thing when you upload a video, it shows you exactly when people generally stop watching your video. My last video was almost an hour and a half long. Most people didn't make it through it, and rightfully so. I wouldn't have sat through that video had I not been if I had been in my right mind. So generally people stop watching right around 5 to 12 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep it in there. A couple of things I wanted to share with you guys for the holidays and for the upcoming year. I think the biggest lesson I've taken from this year is not taking the people you love around you for granted. Not taking the things that people do for you for granted, and not underestimating the love we have for people in our lives. I've seen it a lot since Alex died. People always ask me, several of my friends actually have asked me recently why 4 months out it's still as bad as it gets sometimes. It's like, well, because when you actually love somebody and you miss them, it's hard. Holidays are especially hard. I mean, Alex died 2 weeks before my birthday, and here we are at Christmas already. It's been a massive whirlwind. But for me, what I'd like to impart to you is be thankful, be loving, and let shit go. What I'm working on for 2017, and probably will be working on for a while, is forgiving myself for crap I shouldn't be having to forgive myself for, because it had nothing to do with me and there was nothing I could have done to have changed the outcome. But that is my goal for 2017, to express myself more to the people that I love and to the people that I care about. I really hope that I've always made it clear that if you are in my life, I genuinely give a shit about you. It has nothing to do with, it's frustrating for me when somebody talks to me and says, oh, I've been having a really hard time, but I haven't wanted to talk to you about it because I know you're going through a hard time. Misery loves company, guys. That's a cliche, but it's true. And for me, it's actually somewhat more distracting when I'm talking to somebody who has an issue, who are my friends, who I care about, and I wonder why everybody seems to have perfect lives all of a sudden. It's like, no, you were having problems back in June and July that I'm sure haven't been resolved yet, but no one wants to talk to me about it. Please talk to me. Seriously. I'm not gonna bite, and I'm also, if I start crying with you, it's because I'm crying with you. I'm not crying something else. I'll let you know. Point being, I really hope that I've made it incredibly clear through actions that every person in my life is valued, that you are loved and cared for, and my door's open, my phone's open, and there's no, you could show up here at 2 o'clock in the morning wanting a cup of coffee and a conversation, and I will come down and do it. That's just who I am. That's how much I care about you guys, and I hope that comes through for everybody. If you're my friend or a family member, that's how it goes. If you're a stranger, you show up at my door at 2 o'clock in the morning and we're going to have a problem. But if I give a shit about you, don't hesitate to get in touch with me, please. And I'm going to work harder on doing the exact same thing. I'm sure you guys know this. It's on my report cards from when I was in 4th grade. Sarah needs to learn to express herself better, and I needed to learn to ask for help. Asking for help's always kind of been a point of contention for me. It's not something that I've tried really hard to be open and honest about what's going on. Mainly because me being open and honest is a pathway to show, hey, this is a two-way street. Yes, I'm struggling. And when I did that last video, I had said something about how no days have been good days and they've all just kind of sucked. That's not true anymore. I've had really good days. I've had days where I can sit here and remember something that Alex and I did, and I'm not crying about it. I'm smiling, and I feel grateful. For the first time since he died, I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel grateful for the time that I spent with him and grateful for the experiences that I had because of him. And I'm, for the first time, recognizing how much of a goddamn badass I am. Not tooting my own horn here. Alex on a daily basis used to tell me that I was a badass and I could do whatever I wanted to do. And somewhere in the grand scheme of him being sick and him dying and me doing the move and buying the house and everything that has been so compounded from this year, I lost that. I have been beating myself over the head for a while. For things that I didn't realize weren't a problem. My husband loved me. I went through his messages on Facebook at one point, and he had said something to one of his friends, was incredibly sweet, and I wish he'd said it to me, but, and I won't go over it, but pretty much that was something I needed to see to let me know that it was real. What I felt was real, what he felt was real, and it's not gone. I'm still head over heels in love with my husband, and I'm sure I will be for the rest of my life. And maybe that'll take different forms and things like that too, but I'm now recognizing how, from speaking with other women and not just other women, other people who've experienced the loss of their spouse, at varying different stages, there is a lot of negative shit I could have done right off the bat. I could have curled up in the corner and shriveled away and died myself. And there were days I wanted to, but I didn't. And I'm starting to try to recognize what that says about me and what that says about my character and what that says about who I am. I made it. Those first couple of months are the scariest ones. I mean, we're only 4 months out, but the scariest is, they say the first year is the toughest, and I'm sure it is, and I have no doubt that it is, actually. But for me, the fact that I have watched people who I have gained relationships with through this experience just give up. Lie in bed for 2 or 3 weeks and barely move and just cry themselves to sleep every night. I respect that. Everybody grieves differently. I respect how that works. I'm just glad that when somebody walks into my house, the first thing they're not going to feel is that I'm depressed and I've given up. I recently described someone else's home who I know had lost a spouse. You can tell walking up that it's just blue and cold. And I don't mean the color or the temperature of the house. I mean that there's no life. I'm not going to be that way. I'm not that way. And I refuse to take this lying down. And I hope that as I make those changes and as I make those shifts that, and I know you guys will be, it's not a hope, I know I'll have my family and my friends back there to back me up. And I know that on the other side, I've got my husband, my dad, and my grandmother on my side no matter what the hell happens. And that is helping carry me through. So, again, I'm going to cut this off, but forgive yourself. Whatever you have burdening you this holiday season, and we all have something. Whatever's making your heart heavy, whatever's making your soul heavy, look at it, pick it apart, challenge it, and let it go. Because trust me, when push comes to shove, it doesn't mean anything. And I think for me, the lesson is going to be focusing on the things that do mean something and the people that mean something. Because when everything is all said and done, those are the only things that are going to matter. The only thing that you're going to be thinking about are the people that you love and that you care about. Focus there and give yourself a chance. I'm certainly going to. 2017 may not be my year, but it's certainly going to be a better year. And no matter what happens, I'm going to take this with dignity and grace like I'm already doing. because that's who I am. And I'm going to do everything I can over however much longer I have in this life to remind myself of that on a daily basis. No, you're not going to see a new version of Sarah. I'm just back. And yeah, I'm still going to cry and I'm still going to have bad days, but I'm back. And I'm here if you need me. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope we all experience really great transformative things this coming year. And like I said, door and the phone's always open. So make sure that if you need someone to reach out to, that you know that I'm here. If you don't have my phone number or my address, for the love of the gods, get in touch with me. You know, you all have me on Facebook, I'm sure. And if you don't, you know, let me know. I mean, so no wrong door, I guess is the way they call that. No, there's no wrong path. Get in touch with me if you need to or if you want to. I'm always here. And I love you all very much. And when I said in my post the other day that you've all been the lights in the darkness, you don't understand how true that's been. The world has been incredibly dark, cold, miserable, and blank for the last, well, at least the last 6 to 9 months. Probably the entirety of 2016 has been one thing after the other. But you've helped me re-realize what I'm capable of and what I'm going to continue to be capable of, whether I'm Alex Godinez's wife or I'm Sarah. And I think I finally found a way to meld those. So bear with me, grow with me, but more importantly, give up your stuff. Forget it. Just forget all of those things that are holding you back. And for as difficult as that sounds, I don't think it's as difficult as we try to make it. So my hope for you is that the same gift I'm trying to give myself of forgiveness and acceptance is something that all of my family and friends can also feel like they can work toward this coming year. And I hope that by this time next year, when we're doing these celebrations and we're doing these blogs and everything again, that we're all in a better place. So I love you guys again. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.